CSC Season 19, preseason match day 1. We are in the Premier Leagues right now. DRG versus WIZ. WIZ starting on the CT side. Going to see a early Molly coming out here long and a quick rush coming out fast. And the Tech Nines are out in full force. And as I forgot to mention today with me, we have WIZ. And as they take the site, WIZ, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, so very exciting. First match we get to see here on Prem Match Day 1. As we get down to a post-plant situation, bomb will get planted as the Wizards try to retake the site. Tech9 still finding more impact, picked up M4, gets one, and it gets cleaned up at the very end here by 10 Kansai. And that's going to be a third round going to the Wizards. But yeah... Being preseason, expecting some of these names on the teams to potentially change later on, and hopefully we get to see some exciting gameplay from these players. A lot of these are high-ranked, level 9, level 10. A lot of them play in ESEA leagues, so not only are we going to see a lot of really sharp aim, but also some hopefully really good utility and some really good strats.
Oh, yeah, and so far it's been looking pretty good out the gate. We're seeing some pretty strong presence from the T's, but the CTs have just been there a little bit faster. They've been taking over the site a little bit quicker. You got the retakes were a lot better. So right now, looks like we have a default setup here in the mid. Smoke's going out for Cat. About to be or Molly for Cat.
Very
Smoke
quick
on long.
acceleration up towards that B site right now, actually.
Yep.
One player gets found out, but he has another couple coming up. One pinching in from the tons.
On bombs rotating too long. Eagle out, but oh, excuse me. Bomb is rotating from long to tons.
And it looks like WIZ will be at least a little cognizant of this right now, as most of their players are stacked up towards that TT side. Smoke now just expiring, granting them some vision. And it looks like another successful post-plant situation for the Dragons here, off the back of those Tech 9s. First piece of retake utility going out, quickly responded with by a nade. First contact is taken, trades go quick, and it's down to a 1v1 situation. Bounty Hunter pushing up from the door, trying to find the last player hiding backside, taps the bomb. Gets the kill, but does he have time left? It's not going to look... just barely. And yeah, another successful retake in from the Wizards here. But again, kind of uncomfortable there, considering that they bought in with nothing but some Tech 9's upgraded pistols.
Oh, yeah, getting that money up here. Definitely going to get a full buy out of them. The op comes out for Docta. And we're going to be seeing some action here as the CTs go ahead and get their setup ready. Util being placed out here. Lots of mollies.
More of a early B lean coming out from the Dragons. Maybe a little bit of a misutility play, maybe trying to clear out that lower ton there. But they do start taking some more of that lower mid space. And JMO is actually going to find a pick on the Bounty Hunter. And so that's going to be another opening pick here for the Dragons as they start to accelerate towards this B site once again. Finding a lot of success here over on the B side of things. I think this is going to be the first round that we see WIZ actually consider a save here unless they can get something to happen.
It's actually quite strong setup right now. How quickly they get into the site, but unfortunately the retakes from the CTs seem to be a little bit stronger than their holds for after post plant. But looks like we're going to be seeing a kill coming out of Sigma. He's going to take down JMO. There's another kill. 1v3. AK letting it sing. 31 HP left on Sigma. He's going to back up with the op. Potential good save. Grabs one.
Just trying to extend his life here as much as he can, and he's still finding plenty of impact. That's going to be 3 kills for him ending that round, so it's going to be a nice little bit of bonus money going towards the CTs here in the next round, and he gets to save that op. So maybe a slightly better round here for the CTs than initially anticipated after that one.
If they buy around this op, they may be able to force the T's hands on another retake situation if they do get into V very quickly, like they have been so far.
It looks like that's actually the route they are deciding to take here. 2 players upgrading the MP9s, 1 on a FAMAS, and then you have Tinkatsai on that 5.7. And it's looking like they're opting to go some aggressive long here.
19 HP on Ultra here. He's taken quite a bit of damage off the rip, crossing through that door, getting picked by the op through the legs as he crossed. It's looking real rough as he's the only one on the site, but there's one pushing up Cat. That op's going to get taken down. Meat Sweats is going to grab the op off of the enemy here, leaving the door wide open. Mid is open, and there's only one player on B. They are looking to execute up onto Cat. One player gets taken down. Meat Sweat's going to take out G, and now it's down to a 3v3. Or excuse me, a 4v3.
Again, advantage on the Dragon side here. And yeah, definitely not wanting to get caught out there with that op. That's the weapon that they saved into this round that was really going to give them a chance. And now it's just down to these 4-spy players to try and get a foothold back into this round. But Meat Sweat's going to be clean on it, taking the head of Bounty Hunter off as they start accelerating up towards this A site. And it looks like Ten's yep, he's going to find that player in the long doors. Looks like they're both a little wary of each other. And that op will get picked up again. So now the CTs do have that op in hand.
Op in hand and AK on long. They are poised to get some exits here. They're definitely going to back up, reassess, get this good save in here. Only going to take them 4-4, so they got plenty to work with, a lot of space. AK and op, actually pretty big pickup for the CTs on the going into the next round here. Money will be kind of tight.
Definitely not the round they were hoping for with that 4-spy, but the fact that they're able to escape not only with that op, but also an extra AK is going to be huge into the next round. Because I believe the rest of these players are probably not going to have enough money to buy into this unless they opt on another force, which would be an interesting choice, I think, at this point. But I would more so want to see them try and maybe extend the life of those couple players who have those weapons and see if they can find some impact. But yeah, Sigma Goon getting caught out in the middle there, immediately bringing that op down, and that opens up the entire catwalk for the Dragons to take A site.
Good clean 5-7 kill off of the player lurking long. One player crossed is spotted, and then he gets reassessed and re-peaked. Ultra taking down Octa.
Tries to go for the repeak there top mid and doesn't quite get it, but that's going to be one of the first opening picks we see here on the WIZ side, but quickly followed back here by Kirk. Excuse me, is that having some trouble reading these names here? I apologize. It's a little small on the
Molly. Any of them works, I'm pretty sure. It says Kirk Cat, Molly Kirk Cat, I think is what it says.
Doubled up on the name a little bit there. But Bounty Hunter with a USP.
Tagged up heavily. It is a 3v2 right now. One crossing long. Ooh, 61 HP. Gets tagged a little bit. Player on Cat gets taken down immediately. One on Xbox. Xbox not quite taken down. This right through the wall. There he goes. And Dragons take another round. 5-4 for the Dragons.
What an incredible recovery. That one looks really, really shaky there from the Dragons, especially considering the buy that we saw from the WIZ side. Only that op and AK, the only rifles, the only real weapons that could do any damage there. And we do see some players like Bounty Hunter getting some good kills off the USP, and this first pick here is huge. But yeah, that's just an amazing hold from J-Mao there in the middle to make sure that those picks go his way, and his teammates supporting from the A side to get that last one. Excellent recovery.
That USP pistol kill, was not expecting that fast. Double nade coming into long. 32 HP left off on Docta. Smoke gonna get smoked out here for long, and he's gonna be making their way back towards A, but 2 players fighting lower tons. Looks like a quick A push here from Cat. Multiple players set up.
Both these teams seem to really love the early util usage, trying to get some chip damage on those nades. You can see Doctor there sitting at 32 HP, feeling really punished from that early long peek he tried to take. And it's not like it's too much of an unwinnable situation. Actually, health advantage on the WIZ side, and that flash is going to be great. Sigma Goon finding John. And that nade, another scary sight for Doctor there, now down to 26.
Slowly but surely peeled away by the utility. Doctor going for the quick peek. Sees a little bit of him, I'm pretty sure, off the tip of his chrome is what he saw as he peeked around the corner. 3v4 though. 100 HP on 3 of the CTs and 80 on Sigma. He's going out for the site. Slowly peeking. Full swing out. One player left on Goose.
CT player.
One goes down. Molly onto the site, quickly burning away as Amo gets shot. That's another wrap. 5-5. WIZ tying it up with DRG. AK's being picked up and retrieved here.
Couldn't have asked for a better round after they get their money back up and they get that full buy. Excellent work for those early chip damage nades, helping bring down some of the health of those key players despite losing that first engagement.
Very excellent flash coming out of the CTs there to help his teammate as they swing around the corner at the exact perfect time that they needed it to.
Yeah, we saw some really excellent utility that round. Hopefully we get to see some more of that. I think that's really what's going to win them some rounds here, as all 5 of the T players actually run into the B tons. Looks like
they really have
a quick pop here.
A lot of faith in this solo B player, allowing him to fill out this site all by himself. As one Tech 9 pushes through, gonna grab the T. Doctor gonna go down, but quickly traded out as the window player trades, gets Meat Sweats is gonna go down, and now it's gonna be down to a 4v4. 47 HP on Octa, 100 on the rest of the CTs. Bomb is gonna get planted.
Team Cat's looking to walk through that smoke, maybe trying to make a play here as his teammates start to rotate up towards the site to support him. And there he goes, making the play, runs through the smoke, finds one. Teammates quickly get traded out, but now it's down to an even 2v2, make it a 1v1, and WIZ again on the retake. Unbelievable. How do they find that?
It's just like they just walk into the site. The retakes are just made for them. They're absolutely just walking in and taking the site quickly and efficiently. Playing off of each other.
Players are coming in from the door in the window position. They're just really throwing all they have at the site, and it's working every time for them. That being said, the Dragons have found openings on the B site, so it's no wonder that they keep going that direction. But man, if WIZ has site retakes like that, it's going to be real tough for those post plants to find any success.
Let's just hope that their retakes aren't the only thing they're good at here. Maybe their post plant holds are just as equally terrifying. Flash comes out. He's going to get some chip damage on a JMO. JMO's going up Cat along with 4 of the team members. Oh, 1 HP on Meat Sweats. The huge nade going to take some more damage off. Eagle, though, collects 1. Goes for another. Gets a second, but the M4 off the back end from Long. Molly going to molly the side off. Oh, sneaky. Coming up on the flank. They know he's there. Finds 1 at 1 HP. Didn't hold him out for very long there. 2v2, 45 HP on Octa. Going for the quick swing. They have smoked off CT. They are going to try and get into this site.
Player spotted is going down. Sigma Goon will take that space, and he will find both of them. Another bomb plant, but it's not going to matter as that is the end of the half, and the Wizards will take it with a 7-5 lead.
Very strong, convincing lead as their retakes showed us pertinently that they know exactly every inch of the map that they need to know for retaking.
But it can't be understated how effective the Dragons have been on those pistol buys. 2 kills going the way of Molly Kirkset on that deagle. That one right there, and then following it up with this one. Absolutely gorgeous.
Or armor buys here. What is Doctor going to pick up? We're going to see. Here we go. 5 armors. Oh, util. Oh, it looks like everybody opted for armor except Ultra.
We do have one flash there on G. And so that flash is going to have to carry a whole lot of weight, as it looks like the bulk of the T's are going to be going down to that lower tunnels. Equal trades happening, now down to a 4v4.
Oh, through the
and
smoke.
That flash player gets caught. It's not what you want to have happen.
That is unfortunate. The cat is being held by a single man. Teammates are working their way up the ramp. One player on the CT site, on A site, one player positioned in long. USP in hand. Bounty Hunter going to pick up JMO. Couple more shots coming out. Bounty Hunter looking to collect. A player coming up cat just quickly behind him. Oh, quick! Doctor with the shot. And the flick. Oh,
surgical precision from Doctor there to find the head on the jump. That's incredible. I think that was the opening they needed to make that work, because that cat player wouldn't have been able to make that space otherwise. So that was an incredible shot from him right there to make him win that pistol. The Wizards here opting to go for a save. Just a couple of upgraded pistols, and again, one flashbang on the T side. And it looks like they're going to try this mid-aggression again. Hopefully they don't get caught through the smoke.
Flash does not pop in the eyes of anybody, but the Tech 9 does swing the corner and find one. P250 in G's hand, going to grab another as the trades come out swiftly, but Percocet is taking down one, and all left up to Ultra here in a 1v2. That is not quite enough. Dragon's going to tie it up 7-7.
Finding 3 on those pistols there in mid, really well done, especially considering only a couple of those players had those upgraded pistols, and that P250 full body shots getting that one player in CT. It actually made it almost look pretty convincing there from the Wizards for a moment. But thankfully, I think the hold there from the Dragons really held out. They had a couple players on each side, so they're able to sandwich those players there in the middle.
I feel like if they had had a smoke for CT, they might have been a little bit more in their favor there.
Absolutely, but that low utility is going to be really, really punishing. But now we have some rifle rounds here. A couple of players on the CT side opting to stay with the MP9. That would be Meat Sweats.
Double nade stack on long. Oh, not quick enough on the reaction time there as Jarjon Porkenstein takes down Bounty Hunter.
And Percocet finding one of his own off the flash of his teammate. And it looks like that mid smoke will come out for the T side. Trying to maybe feign some mid fake as Ultra finds his head, but Meat Sweat's creeping up now with an MP9. Opting to back off here.
I feel like he knows there's one top mid right now that could spot him out if he had leapt through that smoke there, but Ultra
there he is
gonna take down Meat Sweats ever so quickly, but one there for the trade. Jar taking down one Sigma, getting knocked off the edge here. 2v2, and the B site is open. The plant is going to come down for WIZ.
Yeah,
now it's all up to their
2 players being not on the site.
We are looking
to see their post plant.
Yep. Good crossfire positions here. Hugging those tight angles, waiting. A little bit too early on the peak. The swing comes out. Window's going to get peeking through the top. He's going to go for the spray over the top. He gets the spray, and that is going to be the bomb defused. With
a few extra rounds there, Wade, just
left
to really confirm that kill in the corner, I suppose.
I had to make sure that he was dead. He was twitching. I saw it. I can confirm he was twitching.
Maybe a little bit of tension left over from those retake rounds that they ended up giving up on their T side, but really excellent team play coming out from both teams right now to make that round happen.
The pistol buy, Tech 9 set up with one MAC-10 on the T's here. Looking for a very fast ton take. Smokes going out. They are flying through this with flying colors. Out onto the site they go. Car is clear. They know what's on site. There's one on the site, and they know one's window. The spray comes in. Sigma Goon taking down one. The bomb is going to try to get planted here in the corner. Still only Tech 9s on these 2 players here, but that might be all they need.
These quick B hits have been really successful for both teams, and now we get to see if they're going to have just as much success on the retake. Bounty Hunter
Smoke on the door.
The flying Mac 10. Ultra with the Tech 9. And now it's looking like a more tough position for these CT players on this retake.
Finds one. Doesn't know about the teammate that already walked through the smoke.
And that is going to be for all this time the way of WIZ and Bounty Hunter on the Mac 10. Is that a 4K from him?
Unfortunately, no op being saved here. It looked like it might have been. Maybe it was 3.
Yeah. The way he absolutely flew out of the tunnels here, I wonder if we can get a replay. He is so quick here. Finding the space between the door player and the player backside who's focused on his teammates coming out of tons right there, getting that pick. I think he really secures that round there, especially after those CTs start that retake and he finds not 2 but 3 more. That's incredible off that Mac 10.
Absolutely. Power play as the CTs make their way up mid here. Pistols in hand, looking to see if they can put a dent in these T's. A little bit of damage going to be chipped off, but not enough to really secure the round. The Deagle comes out, though. JMO going to pick up one, but that's all he's good for in this situation here. Deagle picked up Jar in lower tons. Full AKs in hand for the remaining 4. Oh, he's going to let him pass. Oh. We didn't see it. It didn't happen. I didn't see it. He wasn't shooting. To me, it didn't look like he was shooting any. Oh, he was.
DRG fans, it may be time to close your eyes.
A little bit of a whiff. That's okay.
It happens to the best of us.
Definitely. Missed boost. One player on Xbox with the Deagle. It's spotted as he crosses back. The Molly pushes him off of mid. Molly on to Cat 5-7. Pushes through, grabs one, but only one as the op picks him off.
They should be privy to the second player on Cat. They did hear one burning.
It looks like it's going to be fast to Cat here. There's 3 of the CTs are on B.
They aren't aware that this A side is clear yet, so we're going to see them trying to clear out any of these angles they can as the CTs start to make their rotate over from the B site. A couple of them holding that long cross, but it looks like all these players except for their Opper, or excuse me, not their Opper, but G is going to be coming from Cat. And now that bomb will finally go down, throwing these last 3 CTs into a retake position. But it does look like they may opt to go for some exit kills, especially after G rips the head off of Docta. What an amazing shot.
Boom. Headshot. That's all it takes sometimes. They're going to get some save. The AK and the MP9 going to take into the next round.
It does look like WIZ is anticipating a save. And so a couple of these players are already going out on the hunt, not getting too far away from that bomb site. And as far as anti-eco goes, that was a really clean round there from the Wandig Wizards, not getting too caught out by those pistols or that MP9 buy. They find 3 of them, and then the last 2 CTs opt to save. So, clean round. Couldn't really ask for much better.
Very good.
I love the pressure they showed on Cat there. They just kept throwing that utility to keep pushing that player back, and that allotted them a lot of space, and then those AKs just overpowered those pistols.
Nothing tagged on the cross, but Smokes and Molly's going out for Cat, and shots ringing out as JMO takes some damage from the AK. Doctor gonna pick off Tin Cat. Oh, come on, shoot through the smoke. Shoot through the smoke.
He's right there.
Oh, unfortunately, the smoke bloomed just in time for him to get caught unawares. CT's starting to pick up.
Coming out from the Dragons here. as those last two players will be called out on Cat as the util starts to come out towards the A site. Now spotted, and that last player in Bounty Hunter will try and elongate his life, but he does get caught out by Jamau in middle, and that's going to be the 9th round for the Dragons.
Back and forth, very close matchup here. These guys are actually very similarly matched in this situation. Very strong on both ends for both CT and T.
Yeah, you can see a lot of these waning positions here on both sides as they sort of, you know, give and take the different map position. Actually, earlier in that round, Kirkuset was almost all the way through long doors. Luckily, they had a smoke towards the back of long doors, so they didn't have information out into the T spawn area. But it does get that one long player caught off guard after he's still sitting out by those long doors in that cat take situation. So looks like we're going to see another stack towards one of these sites as they flash out towards the long position. That'll get called out here by John as he backs up to the A site, trying to find some solace, some support in his teammates.
Looking for the picks in long here, but it looks like the T's are going to back off. Give them their space. Respect the smoke.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. They got the space secured there. They leave a player, and now they're backing off so they can go explore other avenues of the map. I do think they're privy to this being more of an asynchric stack for the CTs here. A lot of space allotted for them here on this catwalk and mid position. But that Molotov is going to do a really great job at holding them off for just a little bit longer. The utility on the CTs looks like they do have one smoke to try and prevent a push. I'm just going to burn a little bit more time off the clock and make it that much harder for WIZ to find anything here.
Demo and G right next to each other as he crosses through the smoke. Does not get found out just yet, but quick there. Bounty Hunter for trade. Teammate pushing up long, shooting through the box. Doesn't quite collect. One CT pushing up from CT. Jump spot. Going for the jump shot. Ollie on the site.
Ultra will take down the jumping CT player.
Oh, they smell him. One player long, but gonna get quickly taken down. It's down to a 1v2. And Sigma pull this one out. Unfortunately, the Opta, taking him out of the round. 10-10.
Yeah, Sigma Goon not long for this world on only 9 HP there. Still one Molotov, I believe, on Doctor there, so he could have thrown that sight and that would have burned him out. But a little bit awkward here on that long take, getting caught out from the CT player. Does well to actually find that trade, and so that opens up the rest of the site for his teammates to start making that retake happen, especially for that long player to come in and get that first initial pick. And again, we're going to see what appears to be a force buy, or a half buy, excuse me, coming out from the side of the Wizards. We've seen a lot of success on these T sides with these pistol buys, and so hopefully they can make something happen here. A little bit of utility to help them get to site, but Docta on that op is sharp as ever, fighting Sigma Goon.
Oh, and a mighty nade stack. It's down to a 3v5. Oh, scout. It's a scout tag through mid here.
In combination with those pistols, that scout can be a very scary tool, and as a matter of fact, G is going to find Jamau up on the catwalk. Molotov coming out from the goose position. That player will be found out here quickly as they start accelerating. It is Docta with the op, so not the most ideal position for him to be playing right now, but he does switch to the 5-7 and gets the quick follow-up, and that last player on the scout is Bounty Hunter, and he's going to get caught out. But two on the Deagle, making this look convincing, and he's going to have an open B site right now.
If you can get a plant, that'll definitely give him a good amount of money to go into the next round here with.
And he has actually grabbed an AK And he does have armor in this round, so this is a very winnable position for him as long as he can find these 1v1s. Still one flash on his side, so he does have a little bit of utility that he can use to help him out here as these players start tacking up towards the window for this retake. I like to
Split position coming out.
Separate sides.
Finds one. Quick peek. Does not find the other, though. Doctor going to take down Bounty Hunter, and they're going to get the defuse. Dragons 11 to 10.
Very convincing round there from Bounty Hunter, almost making that 1v4 happen. That would have been one hell of a clutch from him, especially off the back of that Deagle Scout buy.
Full A-long setup.
CT
This time
showing
they're
a little less
taking
long aggression this time around, actually.
They're taking a lot of space right now. Oh, Tin Can't gonna find one. Ollie goes out for CT. It'd be trying to go for a little cheeky spot here. Cricket.
Yeah, Kirkset just getting past that T-Molly, trying to go for the Kukli shot, gets found out by Ultra. Now down to a 30v3 retake for the CTs. These retakes have been coming in really hot and heavy for both of these sides, so maybe we get to see another retake here, but it is full rifles for this T side. No utility to speak of, so it's going to have to all be aim coming out here. Dodging the flashbang.
One player set up long.
Docta, quick on the repeak, but Ultra finding two, and then 10 can't, getting the last player coming in from the catwalk position, and that's going to be one of the first successful post plants we've seen on this match.
And it's been set up quite well here. They definitely had all their bases covered in that situation there. All the players there to back each other up. Good crossfire setup. It was a pretty good execution there and a very good post plant.
Again, we are going to see the Dragons going down 2.5 by Kirkset, the only player on that hero M4. Hopefully going to try and find some impact as they start rushing towards the middle, and these players are going to actually cross each other. It's not found out, and that bomb's down top mid. This could get really awkward really fast unless they get some support.
Hugged real tight. Finds one. MP9 about to jump over the box. Does not, though. The bomb is going to make its way out to long. There is an enemy on the site with a 5.7 in hand. MP9 also on the site. Jumping.
Isolated now, actually. That's really awkward. They're going to pick up a couple of AKs off the back of that as these T players start to make their way towards the B site. But G, finding both those players in that middle position, that's going to be a good cleanup from them, making that round not get any more awkward than it has to be. Good awareness on these players to re-clear that mid position before they send that bomb towards the long. Obviously, I think they're heard, but smart of them to send another player back to support Sigmagoon.
It's definitely looking a little risky as they 5-man rushed up mid. It could have been very, very quick to turn the tides here, but WIZ 12 to 11 and looking at
an opportunity to close it out now.
Match point. One player fully blind on the car, does get taken down, and one player on the back of the site holding it down, but not holding it down long enough as plan is going to come in, and now it's time to set up for the retake.
CTs with a forced hand here, they have no choice but to try and go for this retake. Not the most optimal position for him. However, Kirkset finding that first pick is going to be huge. Grabbing out an AK, but quickly getting traded out by Sigmagoon. Now down to a 2v3.
Oh, Ultra taking down JMO, and that is going to be the round. WIZ close it out with a convincing 13 to 11.
Definitely a hard-fought victory for them. Both teams trying their hardest on those retakes, but it looks like WIZ is just going to edge him out this time. And yeah, we had some really incredible plays there on that take. G getting that first opening pick to secure that site as the rest of his team starts to flood in and gets that extra player back site, giving them a man advantage into that retake. Is going to be super helpful there. Not getting caught off by the one player coming in from tons and closing it out really convincingly.
Yes, it was a very, very good matchup. They were definitely toe to toe with each other for most of the rounds and went back and forth quite a bit. But overall, Wiz came out on top, and I mean, they were a little bit more prepared for what was to come in this beginning of this first match here.
Absolutely. And to be stated, Dust 2 definitely more of a puggy map, and I think we got to see a lot of that this game, especially on some of those force fire rounds that those T's had to make. A lot of those pistols flying out mid or flying out B or even up cat and just finding some impact there, trying to get that bomb down on site. So some very exciting gameplay we got to see. And yeah, I think that was a really excellent start to our premier preseason.
Well, and we're just going to take a short break here while we get loaded up for the next match, match 2 of day 1 of the preseason. We will be right back with you.
Save me from the side of myself. I cannot look away. About to crash into my face. Just another day on the shelf. Pull me from my silhouette. Years have been astray. Now a broken shell remains. I cannot embrace what I regret. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. An image held inside the very floating in a world of glass. I can imitate. Got a smile worth its weight. When the mirror breaks, there's someone else. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. A hostage held inside the very world I build. Please help me now. 'Cause I can even feel enough to know if I get out, will I allow another friend to try and help and fail on my account? I'm numb to the pain and hollow without.
And welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the second match of Premier Preseason Day 1. We have the Marksman versus the Copy Pastas here on beautiful Inferno as we get this pistol round kicked off to a beautiful start. Once again, joined by Austin. Austin, how are you doing?
Oh, we are doing absolutely wonderful. Dark Potato, though, going to be the first one to claim blood on this beautiful sunny Inferno day. The alt mid here. Another one. Taking some damage. Pop shots as they go to pull away, but ha 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 ha. 1, 2, 3 XD. Going to take down Comrade Snipe. Fav going to take down Haha. And J Kim taking off Git. Down to Talon and Feeve in a 2v2. Oh, get spotted back sight.
Feeve on the run up, spotting both the players, Bomb Planner and his support. Not finding any success here on the Glock so far, and it will be Dakim who gets him taken down in the end. First round going the way of the Copy Pastas.
Pretty strong start. CTs did get some early picks there, first little taps, but we're going to be seeing the AK buys and Galils off the round here for Copy Pastas. They think they're going to go in strong on this one.
Yeah, wasting 0 time getting those upgrades for those rifles.
Looks like they're going to be going for the full save on the CT side. Some util bot.
HEs. Definitely can't count those out, especially here on Inferno.
Oh, yeah. Fast he goes through the molly. Kim, though, there to take down Dark Potato as he's roasted alive.
Turning into an even darker potato, perhaps. And ha 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 ha, 1, 2, 3 XD finding Talon.
The flying...
Not sure what he finds so funny, but...
flying Mac 10s. Everywhere they go, and down to a 2v4. Not really anything to save for. They don't have armor or anything, so trying to go for some exit picks and or weapon pickups here. Probably in their best interest, but...
Any damage they can find out of this round is going to be good damage for them going into the next. Any kill they get is going to be an extra $50 in their pocket, and they have the potential to save, potentially drop weapon from one of these T players.
Oh, good pick from Fave. Gonna find one, but that's all it's gonna be for remaining T's going into the next round.
And now we are going to see all these players commit to buying up to some rifles. CTs trying to get as much utility as they can. Talon actually going on to an MP7 to pick up some extra nades there. But clean round on the conversion there from the Copy Pastas. Not losing too many players. Only one Mac 10 getting lost in that round. And so they got to be pretty happy with that one.
All the utils. Car are being absolutely burned to smithereens. Do they still call it Car?
Well, they're going to have to call it ha 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 stomping ground because he has found another 2 kills in that banana position as they start to accelerate a couple of those players towards the B site. One CT rotator coming in now to help support, but that bomb is actually all the way down in T stairs, so they have to go back for that depending on wherever they want to go. And that allows these CTs some extra space to get back onto these sites.
Oh, unfortunately, that flash just gave away that there is someone there. And out comes Stoby.
Great reaction from him, hearing that player toss the smoke and not wasting any time going for the full swing.
Has been retrieved, and it looks like they're making their way towards A. One player lurking up banana.
Maybe electing to actually send the bomb towards B here, and actually, yeah, that may be a good choice as that CT player does reposition over towards the arches as these couple of T players start to walk their way up to an open B site.
It looks like they got the call, and it was not what they were intending that it was going to be here. Oh, and a quick spray.
Stoby absolutely lethal from that boiler position, getting 3 on the Galil there. Excellent work from him.
I feel like the Galil is just as strong as an M4 now.
Yeah, actually, I have a lot of teammates in my Pugs Face-It games who opt to go with a Galil over an M4 nowadays. I assume for the extra 5 bullets in the magazine, but I can't imagine it's that much better. you have to consider the glow is a much more inaccurate weapon, especially at distance. Not to mention its much more confusing spray pattern, at least for most players.
Right, the spray pattern is a little wide and spread apart, but we got a full save. Except for some slight util on Potato here. 4 players in banana. 1 player rotating back towards the A site.
Continuing with this B aggression on the CT side, even on this save here, interesting choice is Chinned off the head does get newled or get tooled. These T players are actually finding a lot of space already towards lane as 4 of those players start to head out towards the A site. Only 1 player there to defend as his teammate Dark Potato tries to help him out.
Ooh,
actually,
Deagle
Comrade
kill.
and a Deagle kill. That's 2 huge pickups for the CTs here as it's only Dark Potato left on a Deagle and 4 HP.
Oh, unfortunately, could not collect the kill off the edge there. That Galil would have been pretty good trying to go for the retake here, but Coffee Pasta is going to take a 4th round, and they have a demanding lead so far.
Marksman definitely going to be feeling the pressure now. First 4 rounds going the way of the T is not what you want to have happen, especially on the 3T side of Inferno. But now they do have some extra money to buy up into these guns, into some utility, and maybe we'll even see an op come out, which we do there on Comrade Sniper. Not sure who I was expecting to see it on, but I guess he makes the most sense.
Ollie is going to keep him pushed off of peeking that mid position, and the T's are going to be able to push their way up mid very quickly. Get tooled, though. Going to be there to trade out Fev. As Keiko pushes into apps. Dobie, though. Quickly there to get tooled, and the op comes in. Comrade Sniper. It's not just in the name, it's in his hands. Can he find another? Finds another. Bomb is still in T-spawn, though. Going to be retrieved, and they're going to be looking to make their way up banana here, but
with only a minute left on the clock and in a 3v2 situation, their options are running out as one of those players, which is actually Comrade Sniper, has taken up some really great space in that balcony position. And so these 2B players should be expecting the remaining 2 Ts to be on this site any moment. Great time to smoke. That's going to buy them more time, and it's going to make it even more stressful on the Copy Pasta side.
oh, a boost. Oh no, and the drop. Audio has been given, and they know that they are up banana.
Especially now with the utility coming out, smoke towards CT and a flash following it up. 1 player in the back lines with all to do here as his teammate starts to try and find some space, and Dark Potato gets the first one with that excellent flash from Talon in the CT position, finding both Daycam and 123 XV. And that will be the first round towards the way of the marksman.
Great shots coming out of Comrade Sniper, definitely picking up some kills, and Dark Potato lurking in emo. Taking out some enemies.
Yeah, really great team play from them there, waiting until those T players are all the way up cat in the mass 40 seconds, throwing that smoke down, buys them a little bit extra time, and then that team flash to secure those 2 kills before the bomb even goes down is really excellent. Some quick B aggression here, something we haven't quite seen out of this T side yet. They normally stay back a little bit to wait out those nades, but it looks like they're just going to eat it face first as 3 of those players get punished. Excuse me, 4 of those players get punished, 1 down to 56 HP, but they are not stopping.
They are still leaving the bomb in spawn, hoping that whether or not they can get into the site, they are going to retrieve it and take it somewhere else.
It does seem like that is part of their plan. They've done it almost every round so far, leaving the bomb in spawn.
One aggressive CT making their way through apps could absolutely decimate any hope of retrieving the bomb from that position. So they definitely have to be wary of that type of play.
Yeah, especially because the T's only have Kigu in that position, and he can get traded out really easily if he isn't careful. Well-timed flash from the CTs, but not going to find anything as those T players are still just holding that back line, but they will start to throw out that utility and make their space now. Molotov's out. Some utility damage down. Again, in the back lines is Dark Potato. He will get taken down. And the T's are granted the B site. But not too comfortable yet. Talon spams through the smoke. Not going to find one. Does get found out by XD. And Comrade Sniper coming in from the back line. Finding DKM. Now up in the church position. But still blocked off by that smoke.
Oh, it's down to a 3v1.
It sure is, and XD is only on 29 HP, and he will get found out. So a great retake there from the marksman, finding their second round there. And I think this is actually going to throw Copy Pastas into an interesting situation on their economy. They may choose to only half buy into this one or full save.
Slowly but surely, marksmen are pulling up the rounds needed to tie themselves back up.
And sometimes that's how it goes, you know? You get into a game on Inferno, you start CT side, you get rolled a little bit, and you just kind of have to lock in. And I think we're starting to see that now, especially with Comrade Sniper on that op. He's going to be a critical part of this team composition, I think, for them moving forward, especially on Inferno, a map that has historically been a very strong map for CT oppers.
AKs and Deagles with a MAC-10 in hand. A little bit of a force coming out here. Hello, bomb.
That bomb remains in spawn. Bit of an interesting tell from the Copy Pastas, though, is that means they don't really have a set plan on these rounds. They're really just trying to find picks and also kind of read what the CTs are set up to. However, this may actually end up biting them in the rear end, so to speak, if these players decide to push Banana.
Comrade taking out Kigo, and a quick shot coming out from Get Tooled. Gonna take out Stoby, and now it's down to a 2v5. Slowly but surely clearing all of his angles that he could think of that they might be in. A flash comes out as a quick swing comes in, but not fast enough to gather up the second kill there. Fave getting taken down.
Difficult sprint transfer there onto Chind, and this is a player who I think has been pretty scary so far for the side of Copy Pastas, now on an AK. Does get spotted out, gets some damage down, and that bomb will get picked up with only 30 seconds left on the clock. It looks like his options are running out. He will decide to make his way towards that A site, but with two players there and Comrade Sniper on the op, he is not long for this world, and Marksman will walk away with a third round.
3-4, ever so close to tying it up.
Another excellent team flash here for Phoebe to get that kill. That might have actually been a self-flash for himself. But yeah, Chind just in that tucked corner there. Excellent anti-flash position. Gets that pick and puts him into maybe not the most winnable position, but gives himself a chance.
It looks like we're having another AK MAC-10 eye up here. Oh, and a quick shot from Comrade Sniper. Down goes Keiko. Out of mid. Heavy mid presence here. Very, very quickly they are pushing through up to arches. One op. Shot missed. Goes for the re-swing. Grabs Stoby off the back in there.
Great
Grabs another
one.
Unfortunately, though, 3 is all he is good for in this round so far. Oh.
Clean shot from Daycam, but it may not be enough here. Now only XD in the clutch.
Just barely missed the AK pickup, and he's about to be full swung by Talon. Dark Potato as they full rotated. It didn't look like they left the bomb in spawn this time. They took it with them this time.
I do think that they were a little bit more committed to that A site. They did seem to sort of have some kind of idea of where they wanted to go early in that round. And Comrade Sniper has been absolutely pivotal since he's picked up that AWP. And he does a really great job there, not only getting that initial pick mid, but then backing up and finding 2 more after 4 players have peeked him around that corner. Really great stuff from him.
3 AKs on CT right now. Smokes up mid. 1 player in T-abs. Full pistol setup for the T's.
Opting to bring the bomb with them this round as well. So we can assume that they are going to be committing towards this B site.
Oh, Molly gonna come out.
Well-timed utility. A ton of damage. Oh my god.
just like that, the crossfire from Talon and Dark Potato there to wipe out what was left of their feeble HP on the terrorist side. Oh, can you spot the head?
Pasta is on the menu, and the marksmen are hungry. Only one player remains tucked in the corner. He's been spotted out, and he will get taken down by Talon. And that's going to be Marksman taking the lead for the first time in this game.
5-4. Really turned it around. Comrade and Dark Potato definitely doing a whole lot of work on either end of these sides here, both in mid and holding down B.
That's an incredible Molotov to throw there. That was so well timed. That had to have been at least 150 damage across those 3 players that were caught in that.
Looks like we do have a full AK buy set up though for the T's. They are looking to make their way up banana very quickly here. Quick swing and 2 kills as 123 XD rips straight through him and gets his way onto the site. It is a 3v3.
That is the opening they were looking for, as Comrade Sniper does move into support. Unfortunately, that cross will be smoked, and he may not be privy to this player who's already made his way all the way up into church. Looks like he will try and check it, but this is a tough clear, but not for him. He is so clean on that op.
Oh, that could have been disastrous. Oh, he pushes through and he grabs
Oh my
it,
goodness.
but he dies to the molly. Copy pastas. 1v1. Fev left alone. They run into each other.
No way.
Fev is just going to catch him blind.
Wow.
Marksman 6-4.
When he's in a spot where it doesn't look like he can get anything more, he still finds one more. Look, like, this is already an amazing clear from him on that op because he has to slow peek at that, but pushing forward here and finding this kill is just incredible. And of course, excellent job to Fee for cleaning that up with the flash through the CT smoke there. And yeah, I think they might have heard the stream. I don't know, but I did say that they were getting a little bit rolled on those first 4 rounds there, and they have not looked back since. All 6 rounds going their way since that last round they lost.
They're definitely locking it more in. They must have had a very convincing rally off the 4th round there. They're, guys, we can't lose this. We've got to step it up right now. And they just have as, oh, blind. Dark Potato grabs one.
Not the opera they were expecting.
But it was the opera they deserved.
But then again, XD finding 2 picks on that B site again. That's the opening that they want, and that frees up the site, but that bomb is all the way in spawn, and there it is. It finally comes back to bite them. They have to give up the site. Only 1 player remaining now, and he isn't even on site. He's actually still only by the CT smoke. And that bomb does get spotted as it comes up. This could be huge here from Get Tooled. Gets 1. And the second, both players actually car now.
Oh, they're sandwiched. They're going to have to try and push this dude and go for A. Quick rotate the smoke in hand. And there it is, quickly.
Catching that one to the face.
Making their way to the A site. Molly and a nade.
That call will come through. You can see Comrade Sniper accelerating now towards bottom mid as he waits for his teammate, and they are electing to double up here towards the lane side.
Oh, a little bit of a shoulder peek. Does not collect. Stoby does find Fev. And 123 XD claiming his 4th kill of the round, I'm pretty sure.
Coffee Pastas was something to say in response after those 6 rounds. And Get Tooled here just on the off timing. If he catches that bomb on that corner, I think that's round over. But excellent recovery there from the Copy Pastas. XD absolutely finding some amazing impact across this map right now.
1 more round to go until the half is commenced, and we will be going into the swap. Act 10s. They really forced out a lot of their money, so not everyone's full up on AKs. Spray through the smoke.
Try to make it work with what little they have. Talon Getting 2 through the smoke.
Nade comes
Quick
out.
response from Gigu. And unfortunately, Dark Potato will get burnt in that molly. Not the way he wanted to go down there.
Oh. Oh, comrade.
Wow.
No, comrade. Oh. Absolutely working them. And that is the half. Marksman up 7-5.
Making an excellent comeback from the start of that half there. And actually winning their half going into the T side. And yeah, it cannot be understated. The 2 players here, 123XD on the side of Copy Pastas, and of course Comrade Sniper on the side of the Marksman, finding some incredible kills, some incredible openings for their respective sides. And now they get to face each other on the opposing side.
So
Ran out of words to describe what was going on there. Sorry.
in these super high elo games, right? Is it I'm assuming it's common for T's to buy armor in these sorts of brackets here.
You know, it's really, it depends, I think, on the team, but it also depends a lot on the map. Inferno is, you know, especially on pistol rounds, there's really only so much that utility is going to do. You might see one smoke here and there just to kind of cut off one of those sight lines, but most of the time you see rounds like this where you just have 4 or 5 players running up the B banana, and 123XD does get 1, but he quickly gets traded out, and 2 of those T players find picks of their own, and that's an open B site, and the plant will go down. Comrade Sniper, though, on the lurk here.
Oh, that could have been really bad, but the turnaround was not fast enough as DKim does go down. Comrade Sniper in top mid. They do have control here. Very good cross setup. As one player swings and grabs Stovey, and Talon goes for gold and grabs 2 on the out.
Really clean pistol there from the Marksman, only losing 1 player. But no, that was actually a really thought-provoking question because, you know, especially at like really top play, pro play especially, I think we see a lot more utility getting bought, and oftentimes you'll see a T player or 2 maybe opting to go into a P250 just for the extra, you know, headshot damage at range and the extra accuracy over the Glock. You know, one player that comes to mind is Zywoo, obviously.
Right.
Made some really amazing pistol round plays with that. But yeah, that's something you don't see happening here on Inferno too often, I don't think.
I mean, I could understand it. It is a lot of close quarters once you get up to certain places, like right here up in Apps as Comrade Sniper with the PP Bison does absolute work. Does get taken down by Stovey.
64 bullets aren't going to save you against the 12 of that USP, I suppose. But Talon with the MAC-10 finds a response over at B. Almost gets a second. Not quite getting him down yet, but does find him.
Grabs the deagle for himself. Goes for the 1D. Does not find it.
He wants it.
Oh, 38 HP. So he does get brought down low. DKim also taking a dig.
Waiting for the players now to run in, get tooled finding 1, and gets the second. And that is going to be another round going the way of the Marksman. So not a too different start as to the Copy Pastas had on their T side. And maybe they get the chance to run away with it here.
9-5. They do have a very convincing lead. One more round that'll put them double over, and it'll be a hard comeback here. But Comrade Sniper just with the 360 pushing through Apps very fast.
So clean on that turnaround, finding Kigu there.
I'm kind of partial to the P250 myself, but I'm absolutely washed with it. I feel like the spray for me whenever I shoot it is very similar to the Glock or worse. So, but I'm also a washed old gamer. Just like that, Fave is going to take down 2 after DKim trades out Get Tooled. The A side is looking open for their taking, but 1 player lurking in pit.
Kigu right now with all to do on this site. He is the only man standing between them and A. Finds the first. Doesn't get the quick follow-up. Fee will take him down, and that is going to be the A site granted to the side of Marksman here as they get that bomb down, throwing these CTs into a post-plant situation, one where they are probably going to elect to save or go for some exits here as they really desperately need to save that M4 into the next round.
It'd be great if they could retrieve another weapon on the out, but I don't think any weapons have been dropped where they are retrievable. Most of them being in pit so far. Player in library and 1 arches. They are going to opt in for the save here. They're just looking for exit picks.
Thieve might get caught off here, and he does. That's an M4 down, and they'll waste no time trying to grab that one.
Two M4 saved over for the CTs here. They are doubled up on now.
Really massive for them. They might be able to buy their teammates into this one who can't afford the rifles and have some utility. So we might see an actual rifle round coming out from the marksman here, regardless of their slightly poorer economy. And indeed we do. That is going to be a rifle picked up on Stoby. And another one down to DKIM.
It seems for sure that the MP7 has definitely made its way into this type of play very heavily as of late because of the buffs.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Seeing a lot more of the MP7 specifically getting picked up, not only in the pug matches, but also even in pro games. The Krakow IEM right now, a lot of really good plays coming out from players like Magix. He's one who's picked it up quite heavily. And so I think it's definitely going to be an interesting shift in the meta here, where a lot less players are going to be opting to go for MP9 buys instead going for more accurate SMG over range. But we will find our first engagement in the round. Comrade Sniper taking down Stoby on the AK this time, not on the op.
Maybe he feels a little more comfortable. Oh, getting dropped down to 20 HP.
Feeve bailing out his teammate there.
Uh-oh. One player has made their way through apps. And does get the turnaround. Dark Potato is going to take down DKIM. Flashing themselves out onto the site. 2 players being taken down on B. Always going to get planted. That's extra money. 11-5. Marksmen are running away with it.
Captain is now put into a really awkward position where they have to decide whether or not they are going to force into this. It looks like that is going to be the decision they make. And a couple of those MP7s, as you had mentioned, getting picked up. So this might be the deciding round if they get to have a chance to get back into this one, finding a foothold before those marksmen find their way onto match point.
Focus in top mid. Quick flashes going straight through this smoke all the way through.
Lots of aggression.
Oh, but does not find what he needs. There is another player there to trade him out. Comrade Sniper going to find Stoby. Does take out DKIM and is down to a 3v4, but 3 of the T's have less than 60 HP, roughly.
Kigu might be getting a knife here. It's happening.
Knife does come out, and AK is picked up. Comrade Sniper.
And Chind actually picking up another one on the MP7, so now Marksman on the back foot. Down in the 3v2.
Oh,
Kigu not overextending, does find Comrade's head there on the pit.
Happy Pastas. Definitely picking up a round here, like well worth it. A little bit of love. Just a little bit of a love tap.
Even though the opening picks do go the way of the marksman there, yeah, that knife and the follow-up MP7 kill are going to be brutal. And that knife actually does a lot more than just getting to your opponent's head a little bit. That's going to be a nice $1,500 cash injection on a team that did not have a whole lot of money going into that one. So they're going to be very pleased with that, I think.
Fully bought up 2 AKs, or 3 AKs on CT. Hopefully they can continue to put pressure where they need to put pressure. Lots of nades. Up banana here.
But it does get spotted. The flash is out.
Well, goes for the big swing, but 3 there waiting for him.
Great positional awareness. Gets the first, but not the follow-up. Get tooled. Looking down on his feet.
One player lurking in apps. Bomb sitting at the middle of banana. 3v3.
60 seconds left on the clock for these teams. And no one is looking to make that first initial move. A smoke coming out now for the marksman. Maybe feigning a little bit of A presence here. It does look like it may be working as that CT rotate does start to make his attention go towards that app side. Excuse me, arch side.
Smoke call should bring him right back into B, though. Flashes out, full sight blind, and he is blind on the site. Gonna back up into dark. Does have to take a very rough 3v1. Oh, Comrade finding TKim in a very not fortunate position there, pushing through. It's all left up to Stovey in a 1v3.
Looking to go for some exits here, but Comrade Sniper is clean with it, finding the head of Stovey there in CT. Leaving him with no rifles into this next round. They will have to use whatever money they have to buy into this one. And that's going to put Marksman onto match point. Kigo, I think, fighting through not only the T-flashes, but maybe his teammates flash there too, trying to help him out.
MP7s, M4s, and an op. They had just enough money to get it done.
Actually, kind of on this op player right now to get this opening pick and try and make this round happen.
Interesting that they opted in for head armor. They could have used a little bit of that 350 for more util.
Yeah, maybe a better gun too. I think the FAMAS is only 2050 now, right?
2250. And quickly, Dark Potato making their way up, getting 2 picks, quickly pushing into the A site. Bomb is already on the site and it's going to get planted. This is looking rough at a 2v4. Not much hope left in this, but maybe Stovey and 123 XD can pull something out of their hat here. 6 HP left on AK in hand.
Critical first kill going to open it up here as they try to take more of these fights, but Comrade Sniper finding the head of Stovey, and it is now just a 123 XD on 6 HP and a couple of nades, but he is not long for this world as Comrade Sniper takes him down, and that is going to be Marksman at 13-6 scoreline.
Absolute presence as they push straight through the smoke on mid and make their way onto the site there. Getting a very successful final round to close out the match. Boy, what a wonderful set of games we had today. I mean, the absolute craziness, the knife, all those wonderful op picks in mid that really brought back the marksman from Comrade was absolutely key there in pulling them back through into taking it for their own.
Yeah, it cannot be understated the impact that Comrade had there on the op. As soon as he picked it up, they started winning those rounds, and they made that CT side look more convincing than it should have. And even after that, they just kept going with that momentum onto their T side, winning it out, only giving up 1 round to the CTs. And yeah, they could not really have asked for a better game, especially going into the T side of Inferno there. So really excellent job from the marksman to pull that one back together. And obviously we had another exciting game earlier between WIZ and DRG. WIZ walking away from that one. So I think we had a very exciting first night of preseason matches for our Prem tier.
Definitely. It was very, very good. And it's been a pleasure to be with you here tonight, Goober. I've absolutely enjoyed my time. Other than that, I think that we are good to close out. It's been wonderful, you guys. I appreciate all of you for coming out. Please make sure you give a follow and a like to the channel. And as always, stay frosty.
I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. Wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun.